And you can see the guys who are ready to go for that. That's Jared Carrabis, that's Jonathan Papelbon, and Alanna Rizzo, brand new to NESN. Alanna, great to have you.
Oh, great to be here. Just a small compliment, guys, to an already fantastic crew. A couple of dates over the course of the summer, but happy to be with you all.
Well, looking forward to tonight, as mentioned, and I want to get right to what's going on with both of these teams. We're going to talk about it tonight. You know, Pat, both of them are scuffling right now. The Red Sox at 18-18. Texas Rangers just fired their hitting coach, basically, and brought in Brett Boone. So there's a lot to go over tonight.
Yeah, and you know, losing some close games here, Obi, you know, some tough losses. But, you know, I look at this series. We've got Giolito, my former teammate, going, which I'm excited to do the game, to watch him tonight, former teammate with the Nationals. And we got Houck going. So tomorrow, so these two series, this series is going to be huge for us to see. Can we win without our big pig and Grochet, like Lou calls him?
Big pig.
He is a big pig. Now, Pap, rather, I understand you're back home now. Is that something to do with the fact that you drilled Jared Carrabis last summer in an old-timers baseball game? You guys can't be in the same room. Jared, are you okay with this relationship between the two of you?
I don't even know if Pap remembers that. That's just another day at the office for Pap. Yeah, he's just rolling out to charity games and smoking guys. I mean, that to him, I don't even know if he remembers. I certainly remember because my ribs just recovered, I think, a couple weeks ago.
Was it ribs or not elbow? Did
It was
you have
ribs.
the elbow guard on?
Yeah. I got a lot of man meat over there, as you know, Kevin. So, I mean,
it's kind of just warm. I do believe he had the elbow guard on, though.
Oh.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I did have the elbow guard on, but as I said, I was like, just hit me anywhere that I'll be able to work out the next day. I was like, if he gets me in the elbow, I got a couple of days off of the gym. Can't have that, Uncle Kevin.
Well, this should be fun. You know, Alanna, you got Dustin Pedroia as a special guest tonight. Talk about that a little bit. That should be a blast.
It's funny, OB, that you say that because I've worked with Kevin Millar, according to him, the real 1-5. For about 13 years, I've known Millar. But we actually have Dustin Pedroia, our first special guest on Unobstructed Views today. So he, to me, Petey, is the real 1-5. But yes, Kevin, and
I think he's a fake 1-5. He only has a Silver Slugger, Rookie of the Year, a couple MVPs. Not a big deal. I was just
I thought you two went way back, and she's throwing that on you right now.
She knows I'm the real 1-5. I mean, Dustin Pedroia's a cute little fellow right out of Arizona State.
Cute little fellow.
When Theo told me to say hi to his first-round draft pick, we were looking around. I'm like, who, what? He's that guy over there. Like, that guy? You want first-rounder? He's like, no, well, you know, little David Eckstein. And then next thing you know, he calls me a year later, Rookie of the Year, Silver.
Well, we'll start with the identity conversation or continue to build off of it. Sometimes it's hard to figure out who you are as a team when you've got so many injuries, which brings us to that first baseman conversation. One of the tweets we got going on is, don't understand why Cora won't explore the idea of bringing up Anthony to play DH and letting Devers ride at 1B. What do you guys think about this?
That's my plan. That's my plan. You know my plan, Pat. I got Raffy at first base. I said it's not going to be an immediate thing. And listen, Jonathan Papelbon, the policeman of being a good teammate around here, wouldn't you say that if you're the guy that got the big contract, you're the face of the franchise, you have the biggest contract in Red Sox history, wouldn't you go to that guy and say, where is the attitude that I'll do whatever it takes? I'm not asking Raffy to go out there and play first base day one and learn the position at the big league level, but I am kind of asking him to take some grounders at first base before the game today. Like, get comfortable over there, see how you feel over there, and then we take it from there.
Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you saw Raffy taking some balls out first or practicing at first base?
I've never seen him do it, but the time to start is now. But he's a third baseman. I think what's crazy is, you know,
he's not anymore though. He's a DH.
He is a DH. But if you ask him, you say, I played third base. That's what he tells you. So when people say that it's this crazy idea to suggest Rafael Devers at first base, they make it sound like they converted him to a DH 5 years ago, and they need to dust off the glove and get out there at first base. It's been a month. He's been a DH for a month.
What they're going to have to dust off is how pissed off he is about how this whole entire season has gone for him so far. I mean, they signed him to this massive contract, and then they say, oh, by the way, we just signed Bregman. Here we go, talking again about the defense. Man on the corners there for the Texas Rangers. Jock Peterson hasn't gotten a damn hit all year, and he just got one here. So, you got to wonder, is that a part of the issue too, Pap? Would you be pissed if you signed a massive contract and they said you're not a third baseman anymore, you're a DH? Well, now we need you to play first.
Yeah, I probably would have because, I played with an ego and I had an ego.
No.
And every big league player has an ego. And there's no question Rafael Devers has an ego. This is so tough. I really cannot really delve with – and I don't have those conversations. I don't have those conversations with Alex Cora and Rafael Devers. So I don't know what's going on with those conversations. But I do know there are certain times of the season where, okay, we're going to have to start thinking about – when we come to early work, yeah, Rafi, you are going to have to start taking balls at first. And let's talk about why you're going to have to start taking balls at first and start those conversations happening. But as for right now...
Oh, my God, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. This is not... I mean, this is
Jock
the type
just
of...
gave himself up. Whatever. Whatever, dude.
Yeah, Jock, how many hits did he hit? There goes his one of the last 200 at-bats. I hate errors. I hate the errors this year. I hate how we absolutely suck in the field.
Oh, you double him off? You double him off? Abraham Toro, that's my first baseman.
There we go.
That's your first baseman.
On the subject of the Hall of Fame, Petey, I mean, a strong showing for the first year. Like, is that something that's in the back of your mind where it's like, I may be riding this thing out for a few years, but like, I'm going to do this. Like, this is something that's going to go down.
I don't. Honestly, you can't control anything like that. So I don't really think about it. I just know it's an honor being on the ballot. I mean, you look at the names on there. I'm more. I'm a fan just as anybody else. So, it's an honor having my name on the ballot. And I'm sure, everybody says that. But, I think a lot of guys truly mean that. So whatever happens, happens. I'm just fortunate enough that I played a long time. And I got a chance to meet so many people and play in a place that I played and just have great teammates and win championships and just have a blast. So I'm pretty fortunate, for my career and whatever happens.
What did you tell Breggy about Boston that he didn't already know, like as an opposing player? Obviously, he knows what it's like to play in the playoffs here. The Astros played in the postseason against the Red Sox 3 different times, so he knows what that's like. But what sort of things did you tell him to be like, hey, like this is where you want to be?
No, I mean, when I was asked to make those calls, I just tell them the truth and my experience on playing in Boston. I'm not. I think at the end of the day, we're all grown men. Everyone has families. They make their own decisions. I could only give you my personal take on what my experience is like. And if you win in Boston, it's the best place in the world. You know what I mean? And it's challenging every day. They demand you to play hard. I just told them, my experiences and because I don't know anywhere else. It's not like I can be like, oh, well, it's different from Houston or Tampa or New York. I don't know what it's like there. I could just tell you what I, experienced and it was all positive. So, I think he appreciated that. He was, we talked some numbers here and there, but it wasn't like, I said, listen, man, I'm not an agent. I'm not, I'm not writing checks. So I can just tell you what it's like in Boston. So, but it worked out. He's playing great. I think he's liking it. So hopefully, it continues for a long time.
So we were talking about it earlier, guys, that apparently Jonathan Papelbon not only is a World Series champion, but apparently he is a World Series gardener. If you take a look at some of the stuff that Pap is creating, look at this. We've got a full-blown salad, all of the veggies. I think there's some potatoes. I mean, he's a master gardener, everybody. How did you get into this, by the way?
So after I retired, there's my chickens, summer chickens. I got some Buckeye chickens. Well, we get into that later. But anyway, I got into it because, Alanna, I'm really kind of fiery kind of guy. I got to always kind of be doing stuff. And so I really wanted to start going into baseball and doing kind of NESN stuff as soon as I retired. But my wife was like, no, we had just had, I have a 6-year-old. So we had just had a baby. And my wife was like, please just stay home for like 2.5, 3 years. So we agreed on 3 years. I'm at home. I'm doing nothing. So I said, oh, dear God, I'm going to have to stay in the house 24/7. I better find something to do. So it was gardening and chickens, and it became like this horticultural obsession of mine. I'm actually really big into flowers. I get all of my bulbs from Holland, and I competitively grow flowers as well.
You competitively grow them?
Yeah. I have some special bulbs that I grow, but it just came like something that like I had to have something to do when I retired, but now thank God I have NESN, and so it keeps me busy.
Were you a Jersey? I mean, before you became a big leaguer, I mean, did you collect cards? Were you jerseys?
No.
Did you get autographs?
I was a card collector, and then I was a big Ted Williams collector when I got to Boston. Actually, this is a Ted Williams duck call.
Oh, what?
Really? Get out of here.
Yeah, a signed, can you see that? Signed Ted Williams duck call.
Okay.
So it didn't belong to him. It's just signed by him?
No, this was one of his. I got this out of his estate.
How the hell did you get that?
My dad got it for me. I'm a big duck hunter.
Wow.
I'm a big duck hunter. So let me see
That's
if it works.
cool.
The debut of Unobstructed Views ends in an L for the Sox, but we hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. We're going to be with you all season long, about 14, 15 shows. For Casey Hudson, Jonathan Papelbon, Jared Carrabis, I'm Alanna Rizzo. For our entire NESN and NESN 360 crew, we appreciate you guys being here. We will be back on May 22nd. The Sox lose this one to the Texas Rangers 6-1. We'll see you back on the 22nd. Good night.